Hey guys, DragonCardYu-7 here, and welcome to a new card review, where I review on the card's art, effect, and how many decks that this card will be perfect in. This time, I'm going to be revealing a card that's been requested by MidnightPrime. If you guys remember last time that I revealed DragonCardYu-Gi-Oh, which I think that's how you say it, she also had a second request from me, and like I said, I can only do one card per card review, so now I can reveal the card now that she wanted me to reveal, and that will be Fortune Lady Dark. So with that chit-chat out of the way, let's actually get started with this card review, shall we? Let's talk about its artwork. Fortune Lady Dark does look pretty interesting. She has demonic wings on her head, she's wearing purple, and she has bright purple hair. Her staff looks pretty cool. And she has some logo on her forehead, which all Fortune Ladies pretty much have this logo on their forehead, so she's no different. And the background looks pretty dark and sinister, and I guess that pretty much makes sense because she is called Fortune Lady Dark. And here's the funny thing about this version of the card compared to the Japanese version. If you take a look at the Japanese version, the only difference between this card and then the other card, that the Japanese card shows more skin. But to tell you the truth, I have no problem with this. I don't know why, it's just, it doesn't seem to faze me whatsoever. Because normally, I prefer the Japanese version at times. But also at times, I also prefer the English version card because it seems to look better and I always seem to like it. And she's one cool looking goth chick, I have to say. But overall, Fortune Lady Dark's art does look pretty cool. It's pretty basic, and she's one pretty looking goth chick. Goth chick. So for its art, it's getting a 4 out of 5. Okay, let's start checking out its effect. This card's attack and defense are equal to its level times 400. During each of your standby phases, increase the level of this card by 1. Max 12. When a face-up Fortune Lady monster you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can select and special summon one Fortune Lady monster from your graveyard. I do have to say, this effect is pretty good. It's pretty much when a Fortune Lady monster, any of your Fortune Lady monsters that destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to your graveyard, you can select a Fortune Lady monster from your graveyard and then special summon it onto the field. Which I think the best choice to special summon from your graveyard is most likely Fortune Lady Earth because she's the highest level and pretty much has an interesting effect as well. And also, how this monster gains attack and defense is quite intriguing as well. It gains attack and defense equal to this monster's level times 400. And every time as your standby phases, Fortune Lady Dark's level increases by 1. So let's do some math here. Let's say if Fortune Lady Dark reached her maximum level, which is 12, which the maximum level of all monsters in general are supposed to be up to 12, and then times that by 4. 12 times 4. Pretty much add that all together, that'll be 48. So that most likely means her attack and defense will be 4,800. And that's fucking huge! The effect is quite good. I really do like it a lot. It has a good special summon ability. It gains attack and defense equal to its level times 400. It's a pretty decent effect. I really do like it. So for my score for its effect, it gets a 4 out of 5. With that, let's go straight to deck choices. For Fortune Lady Dark, judged by her effect does most likely evolve her, most likely that evolves Fortune Ladies, it's pretty much I'm trying to say is no duh, it belongs in a Fortune Lady deck. It's pretty fucking obvious. But anywho, with that, I'm going to be showing off cards that most likely are Fortune Lady elated and see what other cards that are not Fortune Lady elated that can go well to make your quote-unquote Fortune Lady deck. Most likely you're going to be needing the Fortune Ladies of course, not just Dark. There's Earth, Fire, Light, Water, and Wind. Earth I kind of considered to be okay, but I only consider her to put only one copy in your deck. She's just there for the inflicting damage and pretty much for the high attacking. Just like with Fortune Lady Dark, Fortune Lady Earth gets the same amount of attack points as Dark does. So most likely, you have two heavy beaters right off the bat. The only difference with Earth though, that every time that she increases the level, she inflicts 400 points of damage to your opponent. Fortune Lady Fire is the most interesting of the bunch. Remember when I said about Fortune Lady Dark's effect of summoning? This is most likely considered the secondary monster that you can summon for her effect. Because once this thing is special summoned into attack position by an effect of a Fortune Lady, select one monster your opponent controls and destroy it, and then inflict damage to them equal to the destroyed monster's attack. Which, that's pretty good. What if your opponent has a strong beefstick monster and you need to get rid of it? So, use Fortune Lady's Dark Dark's effect to special summon Fortune Lady Fire. Fortune Lady Light is considered to be the most common one of any Fortune Lady deck out there, which is most likely you're going to need 3 of these to make this deck come to work. Pretty much, if this card leaves the field by an effect of a card, you can special summon a Fortune Lady monster from your deck, which most likely is a perfect target for Fortune Lady Dark. Fortune Lady Water, she's okay, but I kind of consider her as the least favorite of the bunch. Once it's been special summoned when you control a face-up Fortune Lady on the field, except for Water, you get to draw 2 cards, so it's most likely the pot of greed of the bunch. Fortune Lady Wind, I really do like her a lot. And don't you dare say because she's green, even though I do like the color green, but that's beyond the point. Because when this card is normal summoned, you can destroy a number of spell and trap cards equal to the number of Fortune Ladies that you control. Like, what if you have 3 on the field already and you just summoned Wind? And if your opponent has 4 face down spell or trap cards, you could pretty much destroy those fucking cards without a sweat. And that's why I like Fortune Lady Wind so much, because she's considered as the quote-unquote heavy storm or mystical space typhoon of the bunch. There's a monster that is related to Fortune Ladies, but doesn't have Fortune Lady in its name. Instead, it's called Solitaire Magician. Pretty much what this thing does, once per turn you can select 1 face-up Fortune Lady monster you control and 1 other monster on the field. Reduce the level of the selected Fortune Lady's monster by 3 and destroy the other selected monster. It's an okay card. I mean, even though it's gonna totally suck balls, especially the fact that you have to decrease your Fortune Lady's level, but it can also work for you in the long run. Like, what if you want to Exceed summon, which these cards will most likely be perfect for Exceed monsters, most likely. Then just decrease a few levels and pretty much summon a monster that has the same level as the decreased Fortune Lady, and then you can Exceed blah blah blah, we get the fucking point. And plus, Solitaire Magician has 1600 attack and 1300 defense. It's still considered a good card if you need something to attack as well. Let's check out the spell cards that'll be perfect for Fortune Ladies. There's a field spell that pretty much everyone knows about, and it's still pretty good, and it works extremely well for Fortune Ladies. Future Visions. It's pretty much when a monster is normal summoned, then remove it from play, and during the next standby phase of your next standby phase, you can resummon that monster back to face-up attack mode. There's a reason why this card is so good, because it's perfect for Fortune Lady Light. So you can use her effect to summon out any of your other Fortune Ladies, like Dark. There are 2 spell cards that pretty much evolve Fortune Ladies, Fortune's Future and Time Passage. When Fortune Future does, it's pretty much select or remove from play Fortune Lady, then return to your graveyard, then draw 2 cards. This is pretty good, especially when it comes to Future Visions case, because that remove from play Fortune Lady will go to your graveyard then, and then draw 2 new cards. It's pretty much the Fortune Lady's other pot of greed, besides Fortune Lady Water. Time Passage pretty much is a quick play spell card that you can select 1 Fortune Lady you control and increase its level by 3 until the end of the turn. Which, this could also be good because you're gonna be needing like additional attack power if you're gonna be beating down on your opponent or taking down one of their monsters. Or if your Fortune Lady is being attacked and you're gonna be needing some additional attack boost to pretty much try to fight off your opponent. There are 2 trap cards that pretty much evolve the Fortune Ladies: Inherited Fortune and Bending Destiny. Inherited Fortune, it's pretty much, you can activate this if you have a face-up Fortune Lady monster you control that was destroyed. Special summon up to 3 Fortune Ladies from your hand during your next standby phase. Bending Destiny, activate only if all face-up monsters you control are Fortune Ladies. Negate the activation of a spell or trap card, or the normal summon of a monster and remove that card from play. The card removed from play by this effect returns to its owner's hand during the end phase. I guess this could be a good card too. It depends on the situation, like if your opponent was about to summon something big or activate something that could totally fuck you up. So most likely, the only deck that this card that will go great for Fortune Lady Dark is most likely Fortune Ladies, which sadly that's all it's good for. So for deck choices, this card is gonna get a 3 out of 5. Okay, time for the final results. Overall, Fortune Lady Dark is really cool. I really do like this card, and it's one of my favorite Fortune Ladies besides Fortune Lady Light. She's a cool looking goth girl, she has a cool awesome effect, and the deck choices most likely is just good for Fortune Ladies in general. So when it comes to my overall score of Fortune Lady Dark, it gets a 4 out of 5. So there you have it, guys. That is my card review on Fortune Lady Dark. And thank you, MidnightPrime, for allowing me to reveal this card for you. Link to her channel will be down in the description box down below. And if you guys have any cards you want me to reveal for future episodes, just leave me your ideas in the comments down below and I'll see what I can do for a future episode. So remember, guys, comment, rate, subscribe, and until next time, Later, Dragon Core 7, signing out.